Welcome back to the channel, everyone. You know what time it is. It's time for Papa's comic books and coffee. Okay, different setup today. Let's try it out and see what happens. Who do we have today? Oh, look at that. Batman and the Outsiders. Number 30, 75 cents back in 1985. This book is by Mike Barr and Alan Davis. Transfiguration. This Envious Place is the title. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to hear. If I have it in my library, we'll get it on. All right, let's see what we can do here. Batman and the Outsiders. Oh, why was I born with a different face? Why was I not born like the envious race? William Blake. Please, won't you tell me what you want with me? The Truth About Looker, Part 3. Wants we of Abyss want nothing of you, Emily Briggs. Rather, we wish to bestow upon you your birthright by making you our queen. You keep saying that. I don't want to be a queen. I just want to go home to my husband. And you shall, Emily Briggs. In time, I give you my word. How much longer will we permit this to continue, Batman? Good question, Katana. Halo, Metamorpho, and Geoforce are still missing, and this banquet stuff ain't helping us find them. Perhaps it is. Black Lightning, every instinct I own tells me all these mysteries have common root, and it's here. We'll wait a while. In time, how much time? When? The time of conjoinment draws near. Perhaps it is time you knew. So please, let your attendants provide your every comfort, and I shall tell you a story I know, as well as my name, the history of our glorious land of Abyssia, and that of our unfolding destiny. It began over 2 millennia ago, more than 2,000 years before the birth of your Christ on the very mountain above. Right there. 3 huntsmen, on their way home from a successful day, spied a glowing object far away. And seconds later, spied it from a far more advantageous position. Being unimaginative sorts, despite the fact that they are today revered as saints by our people, the huntsmen did only thing they knew. They took a fragment of the rock to their ruler and his wife. The former and his advisor were fascinated by their discovery. The latter was not, but she was, forgive me, foolish, for she could not know that the rock's glow was to alter both the life of her unborn child and her destiny. Though she was never to know it, she died in childbirth weeks later. And when the king was presented his infant son, he was momentarily sorry his wife had not taken the infant with her into the unknown. The child was unlike any other born. The king's first instinct was to have it destroyed. But the king's counselor, our one thought otherwise, and advocated policy of waiting. He was wise. For the child, who was named Lauren, was born leader, able to negotiate truce with an enemy, then break it as soon as he deemed its usefulness ended. Therefore, there were those who objected to his tactics, including some of the people whom Lauren and his father ruled ruthlessly. But despite all the attempts to make themselves heard, dissent was not tolerated and was swiftly dealt with. But despite his iron rule, the majority of people were content, for Lauren led many years of conquest of neighboring tribes, buoyed on by his cunning and his audacity. And the people found liberty a small price to pay for wealth. Soon, however, the neighboring tribes found Lauren a more formidable threat than each other and joined against him. However, wily Lauren had predicted this. and had arranged for his eyes to be all-seeing in essence, not in fact. Lauren did welcome the challenge of his powers and would not be moved despite the pleas of his father and advisor. The more they pleaded, the harder his heart grew. The more wrathful his face became, until he did slay his father and Dermin, and knew for the first time that his grasp had exceeded his reach. Lauren's troops were badly outnumbered. With the crown resting on only one brow, Lauren made his declaration of war against his neighbors. And even his example could not inspire them to the impossible. In the end, Lauren and his surviving subjects fled. And if a choice had to be made between Lauren's subjects and his most prized possession, well, he was a monarch and he had learned to make difficult decisions quickly. Their pursuing enemies searched the branching tunnels of that cave for days, but no trace was found. They believed Lauren dead. A classic example of the folly of deed undone. Lauren had led his people far beneath the earth to a great natural cavern fed by underground hot springs. It was here, unpursued, left alone to plan, that Lauren established the kingdom of Abyssia, and in that time established a dynasty as well. Booster Gold, that's a good book. But one day, even King Lauren went the way of all flesh. His daughter vowed to continue the strengthening of the people of Abyssia, so they might someday see the fruition of Lauren's dream, the domination of the surface men who once tried to slay him. And as the people of Abyssia grew strong, so did the succeeding generations of the family of Lauren. For as the comet returned, they found their own powers increasing. To this end, their heirs of Lauren grew accustomed to taking long hibernations between the returns of their comet, so they might grow even more powerful. They were Lauren's flesh, after all. The heirs of Lauren were attended to by the Lowlings of docile, unimaginative strain, whom we use for menial chores to this day. But I digress. Things proceeded in this manner for generations until the accession of a new heir, King Ector. We assumed preparations would proceed as before. Imagine our astonishment then when Ector preached peace with the surface world, when generations had been crying for war. One hearsay was enough. But we found days later that Ector had departed during the period of hibernation, his whereabouts unknown. We never found him, though. We did not search for him long. For we had a major rebellion on our hands. Without a direct ascendant to the throne, it fell upon us advisors to choose one. It was a long, thankless task. And it was with the greatest reluctance that I accepted the task. I soon found out that my sister felt otherwise. For she was plotting to steal the throne from me. That is, steal it for herself. This could not be permitted. And I later found out that the dear Tamara had left Abyssia, taking a mistakenly loyal contingent of followers with her. Since that day, each of us has tried to validate our respective claims to the throne by finding Ector's heir, if any. It's a fantastic story, Your Highness, but you said it had something to do with me. You have not guessed, then, behold? The face of our erstwhile king, Ector? But that's what my grandfather... Yes, the blood of Lauren's heirs runs through your veins, Emily Briggs. Albert, somewhat weakly diluted by generations of breeding with the surface men. Is that why I am not beautiful like the other descendants of Lauren's? Yes, but all that can change. It can? Have I not said it? I made mention of your birthright, Emily Briggs. Not the least of this is beauty, a face, a form, to make the attendant pale by comparison. I've always wanted to be pretty. One moment, Your Highness. You keep promising Emily beauty. Do you mean beauty like this? And he rips off the mask. Gasp, no. Calm yourself, Emily. His aspect is unpleasing, yes, for he has made a great sacrifice for us, as have his fellow priests. With the mantle of Lauren came certain abilities which I needed for this defense of the time of Tamara's treachery, as well as to find you, Lauren's true heir. To this end, a number of noble volunteers were chosen to receive his powers, but they were not of his lineage, and the treatment affected their appearance adversely. You, as Lauren's true descendant, will be receiver powers, and more important, his line's comeliness that would please you. And your husband, Greg, I could be a wife to him, the wife he's always deserved. She's buying that story, Batman. We cannot let her go through with this. We won't. On 3. Go! Shriek! Trim! Bam! Oh! Boom! And not far away! Pow! That priest, how dare he collapse before I dismiss him? One of our number in Mardo's service has just been assaulted, Princess. I sense strife and conflict in your brother's ranks. Indeed, our own attack was to take place while they slept. But we hold the proper weapons, and the opportunity is now ours. Janelle, you stupid lolling, tell the captain of the guard to alert the troops. Yes, Princess. And there's Batman fighting, and they're fighting, and they're fighting. So many of them must find an opening or zapped. Gabrielle, where have you been? Not so fast, Katana. You're not thinking, Batman, it is Gabrielle. Physically, yes. But look at her eyes. They're dark, mesmerized, just as a metamorphosis were when he attacked us. I see. And if anyone can break such a spell, I can. She would never hurt me. She saved me from those swordsmen. She wasn't saving you. She was attacking them. Katana, don't. Gabrielle, it's me, Tetsu. Fight it, Gabrielle. Fight. Oh. Katana, if you can't fight Halo, at least give me a hand over here. I wouldn't exactly turn down a helping hand myself. Cringe. My prince, now your sisters attack. Opportunist minks summon more troops, and they keep fighting. Oh no, oh, Bill Cosby. That's crazy to see him with American Red Cross. He needs American Red Cross. Subscribe now for a 50-year bonus. Wow. Halt, eek, let me go. I'm just a bank clerk. Oof, you underestimate your importance, woman. You are a pawn, yes, but even a pawn may claim the game at the right place and time. But I shall be Princess Tamara, whose rules the pawn drink this. Well, all right. See, Gabrielle, it won't hurt you. I could never hurt you. Please do not do this. What's going on? Oh no, she's down. He's got me cornered. Guess this is where I prove I've earned those Olympic medals. The hard way. Never found out how much electricity it'd take to put Brian out. Never really wanted to. Just gotta pray I can stop short of killing him. He hasn't even tried to throw me off. Maybe he's about done. What? Boom! And he kicks him off. Just like last time, someone's controlling them. I'll have to get past Metamorpho to get him. Protect me, slave. And what can he see? He can't stop. What he can't see, he can't stop. Swoosh. Can't reach my belt. Must be some way to beat him. Oh no, some way. Fools concentrate on one foe at a time. The surface men have left Mardo for us. No! Bind him and bring him with us. We wish him to see our final triumph. As you command, Princess. Final triumph? Not just yet, my sister. Empty threats will become you, brother, but face facts. We have beaten you. The game is over. And sometime later, hey, we're alive. For a time, it's pleased us to let us see our greatest triumph. But time grows short. The occurrence of the event draws near. The events, what do you mean? I know. It all fit when I remembered Mardo's mention of comet that was first sighted over 2,000 years ago. It's Halley's Comet. Most astute for a surface man. You are correct. The comet you call Halley's returns, and with it begins Abyssia ascendancy over the world. And my ascendancy over Abyssia. She has been given the obedience potion and decorated with the traditional paint. Let us begin. Wait! But the time for waiting is apparently past. It is an envelope of glowing blue force, forms as a priest's command, and molds itself into a sphere which defies the most fundamental of forces, gravity. No sound may be heard from inside the sphere. And if Emily Briggs screams, only she alone may know it. The next issue, our annual Christmas story. How about that? The Truth About Looker, Part 4. Oh no, poor Emily Briggs. What's going to happen to her? That was Batman and the Outsiders, number 30, 75 cents from back in 1985. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Don't forget, this book and others is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that subscribe button. I would really like that. Give me a like if you would. And also, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. If there's a book you want to hear and I have it in my library, I'll be sure to get it on for you. And in the meantime, as I always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa is out.